And I wanted to share my screen with all of you for the 5 of Staves. This is another, the 5s have to do with change, have to do with transformation, things being disrupted after that stability at the 4, where everything has its place. Then what happens is that now what do we do? So in this way, we are challenged to see, how do we deal with change? Everybody deals with it a little bit differently. So the 5s, what they do is they have a lot of, you could say, enthusiasm. And in this card, you can see it's even more pronounced in other decks that you see a lot of conflict. There's an approach to something, and it's coming from all different sides of how do you do this, what's right, how can we make this work, and oftentimes people are not listening. And so this approach to change can often be from these parts of ourselves that are like all different kinds of parts. One part saying, I don't like this, change it up, this doesn't work for me. Another part saying, no, this is right, we got to do it this way, let's go forward. And so there's this real chaos and conflict, and there's no clear action of where to go or what to do. So in the 5 of Staves, we have conflict within our inner selves, we can have conflict within our outer selves, and we're in that place of it's almost like it creates more of a stasis again, because we can't really move forward. So I'll let go of the share for a moment as we begin coming into our bodies. And so what is that like in the body? And you can just imagine, because right now, just breathing into your body and really feeling that breath where everything is doing the same functioning as you breathe. You know, it's not like there's parts of you that are exhaling while other parts are inhaling. It's all one system. The lungs take in the air and really allow for expansion on every inhale. The lungs then contract all the muscles around them and let go into that exhale. So you can just feel that amazing experience of what happens when everything's working together.
But then, like with me, if I have asthma, then there's the bronchioles constricting and the allergens coming in and fighting that natural thing. I begin to get, yeah.
Right. So you can even begin to feel it right now. If you start to, let's take a breath where we can imagine there's nothing to worry about. There's nothing going on that we have to attend to. So just take that big breath. You can sigh. Right now I've got everything I need. Now take a worried breath. Oh my God, you can kind of feel it already, because there's a contraction around the inhale, and you can't really get a big inhale. You can't get a good exhale. And so that's when there's no longer any capacity for the body even to come together to begin to really allow for everything to work. So we're just going to play with this today and feel the differences between.
I go back to the relaxed breath now.
Yeah, go back to it.
Everything's all right and okay.
Everything's okay and all right. So just take that big relaxed breath. But you can see how quickly that with change, with even ideas of change, worry about what we need to do or something's different or whatever it happens to be, everything changes. So coming back to that really easeful breath, and begin to notice that when you bend your knees with this basic earth breath of breathing in and out through your nose. Your knees bend together. Again, we're in synchrony. It's really weird when we have one knee bending and the other knee doesn't want to bend. But it's like, just for a moment, play with that. Feel that sense of like, oh, I want to go down, but no, I want to go up. Wait, it's like that sense again of like, where am I? Things are, they feel chaotic. They feel disjointed. And that's what this card is about. It's about welcoming in the disjointed parts of ourselves. So as we breathe and feel our knees going down together, then gently let one knee go down and one knee up. And it's like that part of us, but do it in a way we're listening. And maybe we don't try to push all the way down when that happens. So just be really gentle with it. Breathe and feel what it feels like when one knee wants to go down and the other one doesn't want to. It wants to stay more straight. Let it be fluid, flexible. Notice what it's like. Maybe it pushes your hip up on one side. See how you can adapt without struggling. So just feel that. One knee down, one knee up, breathing gently. How can you change it around? How can you let your body not hurt when you do that, but feel like it's finding its new way?
I have to say, I start to get kind of nauseous. I'm going to go back to the two together.
Okay, if you need to go back to the two together, you can do that at any time. And whenever you're ready to let yourself bring in what happens when there's conflict and change, you can do that again and even just straighten one leg out in front of you. You can put it out in front of you, straighten it, and bend one leg. See how you can come up with adaptable ways to listen to your body with one leg straight, one leg flexed. One leg can go in back and straighten out. So you're just finding different ways to do this. And when you actually play with it for a little while, it can get to be a little fun. I'm sorry you can't see my legs, but my legs can go out to the side. One straight leg to the side while one bends. Actually, the reality of this is what makes up dance. It's not all synchrony in dance. You're learning to have one body part wanting to go one way and one wanting to go another. Okay, good. So coming back and come back to that, both knees just gently bending and shake them out. We're going to take a nice little fire breath into them and see where they want to go right now. So breathing in through the mouth and then out through the nose. And as we do this fire breath, we're going to really shake it up, let in the energy on the inhale, especially down in our legs right now and our feet. And we're going to really push it out through the exhale, through the feet. And push it out through your toes, through your ankles, your knees on that exhale. See what it feels like when you're pushing with one leg more than another. It's okay. One leg might want to push, the other leg just doesn't care about pushing so much. So breathing in, really letting that energy come in on the inhale, new life. Pushing out. You can even feel kind of the stubbornness in that pushing out. I want it this way. Letting it come all the way up, all the way to your thighs and your knees, getting that wonderful energy in on the inhale, and then pushing out. Through one leg, the other leg. Feel what it feels like to really push into one leg on that exhale. It's the energy of enthusiasm, the 5 of Staves. We're enthusiastically pushing with our legs. One leg and then the other. All different ways, to the right, to the left. I see Mick using his hand. That's a great way of doing it. You can feel that different parts of the body can come in and affect it in different ways. And letting your breath come all the way up now into your hips. Shaking them out. And then just pushing through them. To the right, to the left, front, back. Feel that push. Enthusiastically letting yourself go in one direction. And feeling sometimes the conflict with that. Hips, all different directions. Front, back, side, side. And then let yourself feel what it feels like this time after you take your breath into your hips. Move them one way. Let's say you move them to your right, but your left leg wants to go left. And feel the difference between your right hip pulling out and your left leg trying to walk to the left. And then let it go. We'll do the opposite. The left hip, right leg. It's hard not to hold your breath. So really feel the breath flowing. And this time go back and forth so your hips can go to the back, but your arms are going to the front, like you're going to go forward. And then do it the opposite, hips coming to the front. Sometimes it can be a great counterbalance. So do it again and really let yourself feel the gentleness of this counterbalance. Hip one way, arms the other, and the foot. Hip the other way, arms the other, the foot. And hip back. And arms front. You can feel the kind of the balance point in the middle. And the opposite. And then let yourself all shake again as you bring the energy in all the way up into your belly. Let your belly shake, move it around, feel all those organs deep inside, your sexual organs, your coccyx. Feel that whole area. And let it shine out on that exhale. Bringing the energy all the way up into your solar plexus region. Feeling more of the organs inside, stretching them a little bit so that they have some room. Imagine if they were trying to contract when you were trying to expand. It would pull you both ways again. And really letting yourself really stretch out all the sides of the solar plexus, the back, the sides, the front. Trying to expand out. Letting that belly shake, letting the solar plexus shake, letting the hips shake, the legs shake, the toes. And then just shining out from that whole area. And breathing in that energy up into your upper chest, your heart, your upper back. Shaking it out. Letting it shine. Letting that energy come all the way up into your shoulders. Letting them shake out. Letting one shoulder be up and one shoulder be down. Stretching one shoulder up, one shoulder down. Other side. That pull again. Let your shoulders pull you. Let both shoulders be up. Pulling them all the way up to your ears and then pulling them all the way back down on the exhale. And letting your arms shake. Letting your fire come into your arms. The sun, the energy. And let them shine out. And feel what it feels like to have different arms doing different things. So one arm can breathe in and really reach to the sky. The other one's trying to reach to the bottom, to the earth, and you can feel that counter pull. One arm can reach forward and one arm can really reach back, like it really wants to go backward. Good. One more time in the arms and shake it all out. Let them go whichever way they want. And letting it go up into the neck. All that energy. Stretching out that neck. Side, front, back. One more time. Let the energy go all the way up into your head this time. Let it really expand out your scalp, your face, your ears, your sinuses. Shake it all out. And let the energy come throughout your whole body now. When you're ready, breathing in. And expanding out through your whole body everywhere. Just feel what it feels like if your whole body wants to expand. Keep breathing that way. Breathing in. Your whole body expanding as a unit, as united, going in one direction or another. Now feel what it feels like to breathe it in and expand it. Chaos, all different directions. Your body isn't going anywhere that it can find. You can't really get anywhere. But just feel the interesting experience of the chaos. Keep breathing. Let the chaos flow through you. Find your center. Center's in the breath. Slow it down. Slow down the chaos. Let yourself feel that center line of the breath. Even as little parts of your body want to be pulled off in different directions. But now your feet are flat on the floor. And letting it come slower and slower. So all of the breath is coming in together. And radiating out of your body on that exhale. Feeling yourself really pulling in the energy of the universe, of the sun, of the stars, of everything light. Let's breathe that energy in one more time. The sun, the stars. And then just feeling your feet again. How are they doing right now? Your legs, your belly, your torso, everything's here. Feel the alignment of it and let it flow in whatever way feels right. Even when the change is there. And then just pick one direction that you want to go in. And let yourself just feel when you pick a direction, how good that feels to your body. Whether the direction could be, I want to contract inward. It could be that I want to go out, I want to walk around the room. Just pick one direction for yourself right now. Find where that intention is that you'd like to go right now, up or down. Then if the direction wants to change, let it change. Let it be natural, your body just doing what it feels right to do as you come connected into your breath. And then finding that place of coming back into the stillness. And let all of your body, ask the whole body to hold every part of you. If it may be having a difficult time, dealing with change and wanting to go one direction or another, whatever changes are happening for you in your life. But let the whole body, that whole beingness, your conscious self, just be present for all those parts that may not like this change that's going on. And as you're contemplating that, you can get a chair and sit down. And I'll put the card back up, and we're going to start into the meditation part.
So just before, if your eyes are still open, before you go into meditation, seeing all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beings, really, they're all sort of in turmoil, just like we felt with that. Those times in your life when you're at odds, at 6s and 7s, and we could feel that beautiful movement, when that chaos. We have so many different muscles. To just smile, there are, I don't know, hundreds of facial muscles that all work together. So in this card, all these people could be on the same team and working together, or different teams are working together, but we can see what happens when all the different muscle groups, or all the different selves inside, or different people outside don't come to that larger focus, that larger pull, that larger direction, like in those last movements when we went into the center, like dropping into high self, and then we get that guidance. Oh, I'm going to move in this direction, and you invite all yourselves to move towards whatever task, whatever life change, whatever is coming your way, that you all can move together. And if there's selves that are reticent or having a hard time, we slow down, meet them, bring them on board. Everybody's needed for that. Like a symphony, if everybody's just playing their own note and their own song and melody, but we have that conductor, conscious self, inviting them all together, and that composer, the source, the mystery, with that divine melody that flows through, and then we all work together towards that. So, just allowing yourself, if you're more comfortable, to close your eyes, to really bring your awareness back into your heart center. Imagine your heart center soft and porous as you continue with a nice, rich, slow, full inhalation. Each in-breath charges all the cells that are depleted, and each exhalation lets every self just relax. The breath is so important. So take a moment, breathing in and out, just dropping into the sacred space of your heart, just listening to the invocation as we move even more inward to our inner lives, our inner selves. Toward the one. What's that movement? Towards the one. Toward the one. The only being. United with all the illuminated selves. I was about to say all the illuminated selves who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the spirit of guidance that we really want to begin to listen to deep. But take a moment to just see what it's like in the sacred space of your heart today. The breath flowing in and out, just welcoming whether there's relaxed, but we're finding that special place in the sacred space of our heart, of nourishment, of peace, of meeting, Just taking a few moments, whether you see that or feel it, or have the scent of that, or the taste, or the sound of this sacred space. Taking a moment to drop in, or just imagining some sacred space, safe, secure, nourishing. Letting the breath permeate and flowing in and out of this space as you're just relaxing there. Inviting any cells around to just relax, to come into this sacred space for a time of rest, renewal. And with all love and all respect, calling upon High Self, your celestial self, the inner guide, the spirit of guidance, the angel of your being, the beloved. Calling on the beloved to just come into your heart for a time of communion, a time of guidance, a time of dialogue, but beginning by breathing in just the blessing of the beloved, whatever form, whether a wise being, a guide, animal ally, sphere of light, or sense of spacious nourishment, whatever form, just taking time to allow that in and just communing as you breathe in, breathing in the blessings of the beloved and breathing back gratitude and thankfulness and love. And perhaps that's easy and relaxing for you, or perhaps you notice different selves tugging and pulling, but I have to do this, or I forgot that, or oh, that thing that happened yesterday or last week, or uh-oh, something's coming up. We can feel all those different selves that have different strategies and agendas and goals. And some of them may be, oh gosh, why should I really sit there and rest and open to High Self? But just inviting them in, letting them know this is important. This is where it all starts. You want to get to know each part, what each part wants and needs, and then come together. But if they could just relax for a moment. Right now, there's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Ask them to just lay down their burdens for this moment so that you can just commune with High Self. And as you do that, just open to guidance from High Self about how you can become more coherent, more integrated, how you can encourage all yourselves to come together and work together towards common goals, towards common purposes. Maybe you realize not everyone can always get on board for these higher purposes, for these deep goals, but some of them you can nourish or help them along, or let them rest or step aside for a while, or reward them for coming along. But just take another moment. What any other guidance from High Self about how to move from chaos when all the different selves or different selves want different things towards coming together? What are ways that High Self can help you understand how to work with your inner family, your inner team, like in that card? may be important to just let all the self know you may not always do what they want, but you're going to listen and really understand and help them to the best of your ability. Because some things are easy to do and some things are hard. And then I invite you to pick something from your current life or something in the past that was really difficult decision where you were tugged and pulled in different directions. Take a moment to just welcome whatever that challenge is. And as you hold this challenge in the present or this memory of this challenging time, just open to notice which different selves are here. And which different selves want different things or are at conflict. There may be several polarities or different selves pulling in different directions, but just be in the center with high self and just open to really recognize the different selves that are present around this challenge. And spend time with each to really get to know each and what their struggles are, whether they want to do it or don't. Really listen to, you get a feeling for each one in your body and really understand them, what they're feeling and what their thoughts and beliefs are around this challenge. And as you continue to do that, make sure they're aware of you as conscious self, with high self supporting you. And then invite them to just notice each other. Let them know they don't have to agree with the others, but really invite them to hear each one, to really appreciate each different self that's gathered here. All the different perspectives, all the different narratives, all the different pulls to move forward or to protect. And if this was something in the past, invite them to just reflect on what happened. Because you're here, whatever this challenge is. And just really letting them know, this is the challenge of life, of being a human divine being, a spiritual being on a human path, that much as it would be nice, I have selves that would love there to be no conflict or challenge, but this is part of what it is right now. And we're going to let them know you're going to help them as best you can with the challenges of life. You're going to help them through life's puzzling ways. And whereas each one has their wants and desires, invite them to just open to high self, to what that larger blessing, that larger purpose of your life is. There'll be all these smaller purposes that come and arise and fall away, all these changes. But let them get a sense from high self of your larger flow of your life, to really get them to understand their deep purposes. They may seem simple, but just to be more kind or loving or strong or take on a certain task. Let them feel that larger Dharma that you have in your life when you come in alignment with high self, and invite them to just share in that vision of high self, of these deeper purposes of our lives. Inviting them all to enter into this breath of union with high self. They can all feel, whether they're in agreement or not, they can just feel breathing together, joining, that it is possible to join inside into community and work towards common goals, whether they're the goal of a self on this earth plane or the larger goals of high self, the larger direction of our evolution and unfoldment, and supporting the evolution and unfoldment of our world. That we can just be aware of all the different voices and perspectives. Let them just sense the presence of all the others gathered, breathing together. Letting them know that life's a mystery, and we'll just all do our best. Take a moment to really smile, to be with each self. Let each self smile, or at least acknowledge all the other ones gathered here, especially high self, holding all, encompassing all. And then as we're ready, we'll just make the sacred sound. Who, just allowing the mystery to hold all of us. As we bow to our inner lives. And coming up, bowing, coming up into our outer lives. Just taking a moment to share or stretch, or if there's anything